Today on the net, the mistresses of Chinese officials are playing an important role in the fight on corruption. Ivorian web users campaigning against politicians holding multiple offices. And Twitter is holding its very first fiction festival. These stills of two people in the throes of passion were posted online last week. The man is Lei Zhengfu, a Communist Party official from the town of Chongqing in southwestern China. The sex tape, filmed without his knowing, cost him his job. Another sex scandal implicating a politician has rocked the Chinese blogosphere in recent days. Journalist Wang Deshun has written an article on her blog accusing CCP member and civil servant Sun Dezhong of using his authority and position to force her to have sex with him. A growing number of cases like these have surfaced over recent years, and as this blogger points out, nowadays a lot of Chinese politicians have a mistress or second wife, like status symbols to prove how rich and powerful they've become. These women are in an ideal position to expose corrupt officials, and more women are starting to do just that. The blogger describes them as time bombs with a great deal of potential in fighting corruption in China. But some of them unwittingly find themselves in the spotlight, which is why this web user has raised the issue of respecting their dignity and not subjecting them to further victimization. He doesn't think they should play such a prominent role in the anti-corruption campaign. This other web user expresses a similar sentiment, saying it shouldn't be down to mistresses of government officials nor members of the public to lead the fight on abuses of power. He thinks the authorities should be responsible for cleaning up their own act. People from Ivory Coast campaigning against politicians simultaneously holding multiple offices. It appears to be common practice, and activists say it blights political life. But the movement to stamp it out seems to be gaining ground online with each day that passes. A petition's been started demanding the Ivory Coast government ask political figures to relinquish multiple offices. A short text that states the majority of Ivorian citizens have had enough, and it's time to move things forward. Many have been relaying the message on social networks. Emi Nguyen, who supports the president, Alassane Ouattara, has posted a message to his Facebook page saying he hopes the head of state will finally start implementing the reforms he promised when he took office back in 2011, and start by outlawing the accumulation of offices. Nguyen says if the president wants to stand a chance in the next presidential election, then he must honour this promise. Ivorian Twitter users have also been busy campaigning, posting under the hashtag #NonAucumul, meaning no to multiple offices, voicing their desire to see an end to this practice and appealing to their political representatives to be more open to sharing out positions of authority. Some political figures have already released statements on the matter. The president of Ivory Coast National Assembly, Guillaume Soro, has said the issue is not as black and white as people think and urges them to be less dogmatic about it. The youth minister, Alain Lobognon, has shared a similar point of view, claiming it's sometimes necessary for an MP to hold several positions. Egyptian activists have set up a Twitter account called Tahrir Bodyguard to protect the women who will soon be heading to Tahrir Square to protest, as has been the case over the past few days, the declaration made by President Mohamed Morsi, which basically grants him extended powers. Women often suffer sexual harassment in Egypt, and this initiative hopes to combat the problem by reporting attacks, offering advice to female protesters, like staying in groups, for example, and also by recruiting volunteers to ensure their safety. Fictional works written in 140 characters or less. Twitter's very first fiction festival began on Wednesday and will continue through to Sunday. Writers from all over the world are taking part, adapting their storytelling to the format imposed by the microblogging site. British author Lucy Coates has set herself the challenge of summarising 100 ancient Greek myths in 100 tweets, whereas 5 authors from Paris have started a sonnet writing competition. Arturo Perez Jr. has made the very first music video done entirely on the highly popular photo app Instagram. It's for the track Invasion by the group Plastics Revolution and features around 1,900 shots.